Hi guys, Luke here and welcome to the FIFA 19 player review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 89 rated player of the month SBC, Potm Aubameyang. He's got a fantastic looking card and he did cost me roughly 5,000 coins to complete his SBC, and in the 4 games that I played them with, he scored me 6 goals and got me 1 assist and he does have a 4-star weak foot as well as 4-star skill moves. Moving along into his in-game stats, his main standout stats are his 91 attack positioning, his 89 reactions, his 88 volleys and his 89 finishing. I did have the Deadeye chemistry that applied to Aubameyang for the 4 games that I did use him with in FUT Rivals. And I have to say, solo performance-wise, this card was very, very good. In terms of a team performance, the whole team didn't gel whatsoever. I don't know what was wrong with it, because it's a decent team. It's not like... It's not sensational, but at the same time, it should be good to win me loads of games, and it just didn't. I fell apart with this team a lot, to be quite honest. But in terms of a solid performance from Aubameyang, he was very good, and I'll tell you guys a little bit later on in the video if he's actually worth paying the 522,000 coins for Xbox. That's according to FUTBin to do this SBC. But first of all, we're going to go into his pros and his cons. His first pro is going to be his pace. I can safely say that he is the quickest player that I've used in FIFA 19. His ability to just kind of run between defenders, both on and off the ball, and create one-on-one chances for himself thanks to his pace was absolutely fantastic. Numerous times in game he's able to do that for you guys, and I couldn't fault that whatsoever. Absolutely fantastic. Loved his pace. And I've also never been able... Well, I've never used Aubameyang, I don't think, ever in Ultimate Team. So it was nice to be able to use him and actually get that benefit of using his pace, which I just thought was fantastic. And something that you don't get from other players who are quick. You know, for example, I've used like Antoine Griezmann, who's a pretty quick player, but he doesn't compare anywhere to Aubameyang. With Aubameyang's pace is just absolutely ridiculous. Aubameyang's second pro is going to be his finishing. 89 in-game finishing and 91 attack positioning is very, very nice. His 82 shot power and his 79 long shots as well as his 77 penalties aren't great, so I would recommend putting a chem style like I did with the Deadeye chem style to increase the likes of his shot power and his long shots, because in my opinion, looking at the face of that card, his shot power and long shots, if you're paying 500,000 coins, in my opinion anyway, I would expect better stats in those areas. I mean, don't get me wrong, his finishing and attack positioning are great, but I would expect a little bit more from his shot power and his long shots, but that's just my opinion. But by putting the Deadeye chem style onto him, he actually goes to 92 shot power, which is very, very nice. And I couldn't fault his finishing. 6 goals in 4 games. His finesse shots were fantastic. His general finishing inside the box was superb, and I did love that about Aubameyang. There's no cons to him. I quickly want to touch on his passing. He's got some nice passing stats, 81 vision and 81 short passing. Again, with the Deadeye chem style, he goes to 91 vision and 91 short passing. Now, if you really wanted to, you could play him as a cam, but I personally would not recommend that. I think you would be mad to do that, in my opinion. I just think you'd be getting kind of a waste of the card if you were to play him at cam. If you're going to do that, you may as well go out and buy like a regular Kevin De Bruyne, because he'll do a much better job, just because De Bruyne's got much more well-rounded dribbling and passing than what an Aubameyang would. So, although Aubameyang's passing is nice, I'd always make sure that you play him as a striker. And in terms of his dribbling, there wasn't really too much issues to his dribbling. I thought, you know, his reactions, his ball control, his composure was very, very good, but his balance and agility, you do notice that to be a little bit of an issue at times, and I did get quite frustrated on occasions with his balance in particular, because 72 balance just isn't great at all, and that was probably the worst part of his card. But still, you know, he was still usable. It wasn't the end of the world, but it's definitely something to think about when using this card, because it did get me frustrated a little bit at times that his balance and agility just did let him down on occasions. But for the most part, I do think he's a very good card. Would I recommend paying the 500,000 coins for him? Yeah, I think I would, but I'd probably recommend that you actually put a chem style that increases his agility and his balance, because I think they are really, really poor to this card. I've had the same with this in the past when I reviewed Socrates. His agility and his balance was really, really bad, and it is the same with Aubameyang, so definitely make sure you put a chem style that increases those stats. But overall, I think he's a fair price for a player of the month SBC, and you can definitely be able to use this guy for like pretty much the rest of this year, because his pace is really good, his finishing is really, really good, and also he's got some nice passing stats as well. But anyway guys, that's going to finish off this player review. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.